Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is not my living room, this is my mum's living room, this is her cat. So guys, welcome back to the channel. So reports have leaked that Meghan was pretty much desperate to get any kind of top A-lister on the show, and a lot of them rejected her. It's been released that Gwyneth Paltrow, Naomi, Campbell, and yes, Kim Kardashian herself was indeed invited onto the show. What Meghan has in common with Kim Kardashian, I don't know, but these two ladies have nothing in common. And a lot of people are highly critical of the Kardashians, and you probably don't even like them yourselves. But one thing they do have is some kind of authenticity. And I say authenticity not because they haven't had cosmetic surgery, but because they've built their brand and brand ownership and identity based upon who they are. Everything that these women have built is off of the back of their own doing, whether that be in the bedroom or outside of the bedroom. But let's not get into that. All of these three women, Naomi Campbell, who is British UK supermodel royalty, Gwyneth Paltrow, who is acting royalty, and Kim Kardashian, have rejected Meghan Markle's request to be on the With Love Meghan series. We know that she reached out to Mindy Kaling, desperately asking her to be on the show, and of course she was thrown in on the second episode where she was disrespected and abused by the nasty Megnat in a very humiliating, degrading way, and I doubt very much they will be having any further future social engagements together. She was also very dismissive to Drew Barrymore, especially when she ripped out that beautiful picture of herself meeting Mrs. Princess Diana when she was a little girl and when she starred in E.T. She was quite disparaging and cold, and she got quite jealous, I think, in that moment. And then she sat there and told Porcupines about her nannying career. I just want to get this straight. Meghan said that she was a bartender at one point, and she also said that she was scooping ice cream at one point during her teen years or whatever it was. And then she said in college on the Drew Barrymore show that she was a nanny to two Catholic Irish families. I thought it was so weird that she stated Catholic Irish families. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know if that was meant to be endearing. It was kind of like, why are you stating their origin? It just seemed really odd. Like, she just said, I was a nanny to two Catholic Irish families. I was like, I don't know. Because, Meghan was so woke and she's claimed that she's 50% Nigerian, even though I can clearly see that Doria has a mixed blood heritage herself. So she's not even purely African American, really. And then, of course, her father, Thomas Markle, is American white. And she said somehow she's 50% Nigerian. She's done a DNA ancestry test and she's 50% Nigerian. The fact of the matter is, this woman will be whatever you want her to be as long as you're slinging her a check. And so she says, I'm 50% Nigerian, I'm a black woman, I suffered racism, blah. And then she's like, and I was a nanny to two Irish Catholic families. And one of the husbands said to me that it's exhausting, guys. One of the husbands said to me that when you find your special person, tell him to agree to date you every single day until the day you are unalived. Just weird. And I think at that point, Drew Barrymore was looking at her like, you are completely crazy. This did not happen. I mean, if of all the things to lie about, it kind of just sounds weird. And why would he be saying that to her? I mean, it's just so strange. Why would he be saying, tell your future husband to date you? Like, what kind of elder says that to some kid who's babysitting their kids? Unless they had a questionable, and I'm not going to really go there, but a questionable relationship that took on a different nature, or should I say an inappropriate exchange going on. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. Like, I just feel as though that's kind of like a conversation that maybe two lovers would have, and maybe there's an affair going on. I'm not saying that that's what she did. And he was just like, do you know what? Yeah, I have some issues in my marriage because I'm laying in this bedroom with you. I would say when you find the right man, because it's not me, it's not me, make sure that he dates you every single day. Like, basically saying, we're just having fun here, Meghan. I'm not taking you seriously. No one takes you seriously. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Meghan pretty much has been laughed out of Hollywood. And what this really reminds me of was the time when Meghan and Harry invited everyone and their grandma who was in Hollywood, who was in anybody in Hollywood, just anyone from Tinseltown, to their wedding. And these people didn't even know them. And that really was a sign and a tale of all the rubbish and the bull crap that was to come from the Sussexes. So I've pulled out this article that is quite old. It was written in 2020 and it basically highlights the way in which Harry and Meghan embarrassed themselves on their own wedding day. So this was written by Daniela Elsa, and she starts out with the embarrassing truth behind Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's wedding photos. A slew of A-listers, including George Clooney and the Beckhams, came to Meghan and Harry's wedding, but there's a cringy story that happened behind that. When it was Harry's turn to go a-hitching in 2018, things were a tad simpler. As despair and thus never likely to be anyone's head of state, there was less geopolitical necessity and there was not a head of state in sight. So that's in reference to the Cambridges marriage. Still, like the Cambridges, they ended up with guests who, according to reports, did not really know the happy couple. The only difference being that Prince Harry and Meghan's case, we're talking about a gaggle of celebrities. The sun shone bright over Windsor on May 19th in 2018 as 100,000 royal files packed into Windsor to witness Harry wed the woman he had fallen head over heels for. As the guests began rolling in, there was the expected smattering of extended Windsor clan, all morning suits and chummy smiles, and then came Oprah and George and Amal Clooney and James Corden, Idris Elba, David and Victoria Beckham, Tom Hardy. What's curious about all of this is that while the bride hailed from the world of entertainment, the caliber of stars that filed into St. George's Chapel was a galaxy apart from the one she had inhabited. Now, a new kind of embarrassing story has emerged about just how certain A-listers ended up there, writing in Airmail, former Vanity Fair editor Graydon Carter's Insider Society website. Rachel Johnson, sister of British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, has revealed a not particularly flattering story about the Sussexes' big day. She wrote, "There's a story doing the rounds that while Caroline Bartholomew, Diana's former flatmate, was waiting for the wedding service to start, she turned to the couple alongside her and asked how they knew Harry or Meghan. 'We don't,' the Clooneys answered brightly. The possible unspoken meaning here being that it was not years of devoted friendship that had won them a coveted invite, but their very famous surname." So a lot of A-listers will never ever get the opportunity to attend a royal wedding, and this is pretty much revealed for all of us to see that they only went because of who they was. And Meghan and Harry will only interact with you according to what you can do for them, especially Meghan. I mean, she's a notorious climber and leech, should I say. And that's what's happened with Love Meghan. She's literally sent the begging bowl around to whoever is desperate for some publicity to try and get anyone on the show, and it's fallen on deaf ears. She was turned down, unquestionably, and as ever, is pretty much a total complete flop. I'll be back with another one, guys. Bye.